Hello guys, this is Modest Major here, bringing you some commentary over some Adrift Infinity Slayer gameplay. The scoreline in the background is not particularly important, because today I have a fairly lofty topic I wish to discuss with you guys. And it's in regards to the Master Chief Collection, of course, but more specifically, it centers around the ranks situation going on. Because when they first announced the ranks and how they were going to work, I couldn't help but get the feeling that they were being a little bit sketchy on the details. They kind of, said, oh, there's going to be this Halo 2 style 1 to 50 system. It's going to work just like Halo 2. But, they weren't showing any screenshots. They weren't showing any details. They weren't showing how it was going to work on a playlist by playlist basis, what were the penalties, etc. And at the time, it had me a little bit skeptical of what was actually going on, but I decided to just, sit it out and wait, hoping that nothing would come of it. And then, unfortunately, more recently, the news was released that ranks would only apply to Halo 2 Anniversary, and in particular, one specific playlist, and that will most likely be the Team Slayer playlist. For some reason, it's not the esports. Maybe they're just waiting to get HCL in order and find out all the gameplay settings. I kind of understand why that hasn't been made into a ranking playlist right off the bat. But the information to take away from this is that they're not going to have ranked playlists across the classic games, across Halo 1, 2, and 3 at launch. They said that they plan to get these in over time, but, they have no schedule at this point in time to fill people in on the details and when this is going to come out. And obviously, this is kind of harkening back to the whole debacle that happened with Halo 4 when people were expecting CSR, but then they decided to forego it, and they said Halo 4 CSR would be put into the game eventually, but then it didn't see the light of day for like 5 to 6 months, I believe it was, and people were extremely frustrated with that. And, since Master Chief Collection has been announced, I felt like there's this tension in the air between 343 and the consumers in regards to, how will the quality of Master Chief Collection fare? Will it be the ultimate experience, the deluxe experience that everyone is looking for from the Master Chief Collection? And people have been trying to poke holes for a while, and I felt like people were being fairly brutal for quite some time, in the fact that 343 felt like they were being as open as they physically could. They were getting a bunch of the competitive guys on board, and they were trying to make the best of a bad situation in terms of the negative reputation that they'd gained from producing Halo 4. I felt like they were really trying to bounce back, and obviously I'm extremely happy with their performance up until this moment. Now, I think a lot of people might expect me to say, ease up on 343, it's not that big of a deal, and that was kind of my instinctual reaction. I really don't like seeing 343 getting, such a tremendous amount of flack as much as they do sometimes, because I just feel like, they're a company that are trying to make it work. We could be getting nothing at the end of the day. We could, not be getting a strong Master Chief Collection in any way, shape, or form, and it's kind of a miracle that it's kind of coming into place as it is. However, I do want to say that I don't think it's acceptable the way in which the rank situation has been handled in any way, shape, or form. When I look at it more closely and I really think about the ramifications of it, it's something that's kind of irritated me to some extent. Because the way I want to look at it, for me personally, I was not intending on playing Halo 1, 2, or 3 ranked, or Halo 4 for that matter. I was actually only looking forward to playing Halo 2 Anniversary ranked. So you would think that, well, why would I care in that specific situation? Why would I care about the older games not getting ranked straight away, but they probably will somewhere later down the line? And I think really what it comes down to is the fact that the Master Chief Collection is meant to be the ultimate experience for every single player going into this. The BTB guys want to play BTB with the exact same maps, the exact same settings, and the exact same way they remember this game. This isn't a game to appease, new upcoming fans of 343. This isn't to appease fans who are looking for Halo 5 Guardians. This isn't to appease casual fans. This isn't to appease competitive fans. This is to appease all of them in one go, in one chunk. This is to give everyone the, the archetypal Halo experience that they first got into Halo through. This is a nostalgia piece, and I can't help but feel like 343 are segregating a certain portion of the community and saying, well, you know, at launch, you're not allowed your experience of what Halo was to you. Yeah, sure, like, you might get it later down the line, but you're gonna have to wait in line. This, you know, you might say from a perspective of, yeah, but, you know, we want to be supporting 343's new game. We want to be supporting Halo 2 Anniversary, because that's what they've put a bunch of work into. But the fact of the matter is, this is the Master Chief Collection. You know what I mean? This is the Master Chief Collection, and this is to celebrate the Halo games. Not to celebrate Halo 2 Anniversary, not to celebrate 343's future in development, and to, you know, celebrate 343's potential chances in Halo 5 Guardians. This is to celebrate Halo, and they need to treat that quite delicately, in my opinion. And I don't know if the way that they've handled this ranking system has been quite what I would call delicate, to be honest. Especially following the events of Halo 4 and CSR, and the way in which that situation was handled. They can't expect the community to be particularly patient when it comes to the issue of waiting for the ranks to be implemented, because they only have one thing to go on, and that's the way in which they've handled adding in these implementations in the past. And the fact that they weren't willing to add in a schedule is a very big warning sign to me. And like I said, I do not intend on playing these prior matchmaking experiences, these ranked matchmaking experience. I want to go hard on Halo 2 Anniversary. I want to go hard on the newest game. That's my particular preference, because I've always, with Halo, looked forward to the newest, the latest, and greatest thing. But that's not the way some people want to enjoy Halo at the end of the day. Some people want to enjoy Halo the way they remember enjoying it, like on their couch playing Combat Evolved, 2v2s, competitively, you know, till midnight, you know, or going to tournaments, or going to LANs, etc. That's the way they enjoyed Halo, and it's kind of jeopardizing their experience. And you might be thinking, well, it's okay from my personal perspective, you know, I'm getting the Halo I want, but what happens when stuff like this happens to you? What happens if you are the one getting burnt? You can't look at it from the selfish perspective of, well, I'm okay for now, you know, I'm getting my Halo 2 Anniversary, I'm getting ranked on that, I get to grind that all day, that's fine for me. Because you've just got to look at it from an empathetic point of view of, you know, just put yourself in that guy's shoes and say, this is the Halo experience you were looking forward to. You know, when you see those competitive people in the Halo YouTube community trying to poo on your hopes and dreams, trying to say, you know, this is, like, you know, screw you casuals, screw the way you play your game, I hope 343 just make this completely 4v4. When that really grinds your gears, you saying that it's okay that they're not getting ranks for their specific playlist is you doing the exact same thing back to them. It's this close-minded way of looking at things, of saying, well, you know, I'm in the clear right now, I'm in the black right now, so everything's coming up major. No, that's not the way it works. You've got to be kind, and the best Halo games are always the one that have fully embraced both sides of the community. I'll always stand by the fact that I feel like Halo 3 was the one to do that the most, and the one to embrace the biggest portion of the community that they physically could, in the form of, you know, ranked and social playlists that worked incredibly strongly. Anyway, that's been Modest Major. I hope you guys can see where I'm coming from. I hope I didn't come across too melodramatic. Well, that's something I'm extremely passionate about, and I really, really hope that they get on the ball in rectifying this as fast as they can, because I don't want it to affect population numbers. I don't want it to affect the happiness of our community. I want us all to come together and not have to be at each other's throat and arguing over the viability of whatever game we're playing. I want everyone to be able to enjoy the game in the way they want. And that's pretty much me. Anyway, I've been Modest Major. Thanks for watching. Peace.